Good evening, everyone. It's time to call to order this November 7th, 2017 meeting of the Gallatin City Council. We'll begin this meeting as we do each meeting with the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilman Mayberry is going to offer the invocation this evening, and Councilman Alexander will lead us in the pledge. If you would stand with me, please.
Shall we pray? Great God, our Heavenly Father, we come before you with thanksgiving in our heart, thanking you for all the many bountiful blessings that you bestow upon us, Heavenly Father. This time, Heavenly Father, we ask thee, Heavenly Father, to comfort those who lost families, those who lost loved ones in Texas, Heavenly Father. We ask thee, Heavenly Father, that situations like that never come to our community, Heavenly Father, and we thank thee for the public safety that we have with our men and women that provide that for us in our community, Heavenly Father. We ask thee to keep them safe as well as our community as we grow. We thank the Heavenly Father for the citizens in our town, and may this Thanksgiving season, Heavenly Father, may we turn to you for all the help and the blessings that you so bountifully continue to bestow. Heavenly Father, be with us tonight as we discuss our agenda. May we make wise decisions, Heavenly Father. All these things we ask and pray in the blessed name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Kidwell, if you call the roll for us, please.
Vice Mayor Overton.
Present.
Mr. Alexander.
Present.
Mr. Camp.
Present.
Mr. Fennell.
Here.
Mr. Hayes.
Present.
Ms. Love.
Here.
Mr. Mayberry.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. There are no minutes provided this evening, so we will move on to public recognition on agenda-related items. This is the time of the meeting when the public can address the mayor and council. We ask that you come forward, give us your name and address, and you can speak to any item that is on the agenda this evening. I will remind you there are 3 public hearings this evening. The first one is a 2.89-acre parcel on Broadway. Another is a 7.91-acre parcel for villas on the green. And the third public hearing is a 75-acre parcel south of Shagbark Lane and west of Roundtree. So if you're interested in addressing any of those, you should wait until the public hearing to do so. But at this time, public recognition on agenda-related items is now open, and you may come forward. Yeah, I'll have you gentlemen wait just a minute. Okay. We have a special presentation. And it's probably going to be that time because I don't see anyone indicating that they wish to speak. Ma'am, did you wish to speak? And you can come to the podium. Sorry.
My name is Carol Earps. I was under the impression that y'all were going to speak about something to do with the changes in the fireworks laws.
That is on the agenda this evening, and you may address that, yes.
Okay. Well, I own Nelson's Fireworks. It's been operating out here on Highway 25 for the last 32 years, or approximately 32 years. And I don't know exactly what you're going to discuss tonight, but what has been sent to me by email is something to do with fees to set up and times for the public to be allowed to shoot the fireworks. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last year, I think, well, just before the season started, this is when this changed, correct? To be able to sell inside the city limits. Just around June of last year. I mean,
Yes.
of this season. I don't mean last year, but I mean
Right.
June of this year.
Okay.
And can you tell me what the proposed fees are going to be in the future?
We'll, this really is a public comment period, and so this is when you should address whatever your concerns should be.
Okay.
And then when we actually comes up on the agenda tonight, I would ask whoever has that coming forward to articulate what the proposed fees are, if that's acceptable.
Okay. Well,
So you
this,
should,
this is my first time to
Okay.
come and speak like this. So
I understand.
I'm a little unfamiliar with your, you know, your procedure. My concern is that I have been doing this so many years, and I was born and raised in Macon County. I married a gentleman from Charleston County, and I have a lot of family here in Sumner County. And we have stands in those counties that we have families, okay? And we, a few years ago, they changed it in Macon County to allow them to sell inside the city. And I talked to them. I went to that meeting, and I talked with them about it at that time. And I told them what was going to happen when they did that, is it was going to open it up for every big company to come in and take it over. And there was actually, at that time, there was 4 people that were local in the county that were selling at the time. One of them was way outside the county. The other 3 were at the edges of the city limits. And of course, when they did pass it, it filled the town up. I mean, this Macon County is a population city of like 5,000. County's like 31,000. And they filled that town up. There were like 8 stands inside the city, and the one gentleman still way outside the city limits. Needless to say, no, they all didn't survive. And it put the local people out first. That's what it did, basically what happened. Now there are only 3 inside the city, 3 people that own have stands inside the city, and 1 outside the city. So I guess my comment is just that, changing this is, I know there were several inside the city this year. Even as quickly as they had to get things together and get set up, there will be numerous more next year, if what I've noticed over the years has happened in other towns. That's what's going to happen. And somebody like me, if I choose to, I'm going to choose probably to stay where I am out here on 25. And who knows, 2 years from now, we may not be in business. And we've been doing this a long time. We're local people. We hire local people. And my concern, too, is over the fees. If they're going to be $1,500, $2,000, I mean, that alone is going to put, really a hardship on people that are just individuals that are trying to conduct a business and don't have a big company behind them. So my reason for being here is, I guess, to find out what you're proposing and to let you know that those fees are kind of way out there, especially when you're not sitting inside the city limits to start with. Our stand is outside the city limits, and we've been there for 32 years. And we've never asked the city to move, to change it where we could sell inside the city. We've just been where we were and been content to be there, and that's kind of the way we like things to stay. It's just for us to be there and not have to pay an exorbitant fee to be there because we're not in the city. There's no city taxes paid on that lot, and I guess I just don't feel like it. Where we're located, we should have to pay that kind of fee. I don't know. I guess I've kind of rambled. Like I said, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not used to coming and speaking at these things. I wish I didn't even have to do it. But I just felt like, you know, you should know that that's kind of what happens when you open it up to sell inside the city. I mean, I think there was, I don't know, I didn't drive around and count them. People told me 5 or 6 set up this year. Would not surprise me if there's not 10, 12, 15 next year. I mean, they'll be on every lot that's available based on the experiences I've had in other towns. I guess that's all I have to say. So,
Thank you, Ms. Herbst. You did fine. Is there anyone else wishing to speak tonight under public recognition on agenda-related items? Okay, I see no one indicating they wish to speak, so I will say public recognition on agenda-related items is closed. And that leads us to mayor's comments. At this time, we do have a presentation to the city. And so I would ask that those from the Gallatin Car Show come forward, along with representatives from the Gallatin Police Department and the Shop with a Cop program. Join me up front. I'd like to introduce to you all Mr. Jim Hall, who, as you know, was the organizer of the car show, which was quite the hit this year. I commend you all on the efforts that you made to organize a show in short time that had great attendance and a lot of cars every single Saturday that y'all held it. So it was a great event for the community. I think everyone enjoyed it. We look forward to you doing it again next year if you're not worn out from this year. But Mr. Hall, I know that you wanted to say some things, and I will let you do that and make the presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. For those that don't know me, my name is Jim Hall. I'm I guess, the speaker for the group. I'm not the total organization, but I have my committee here. We started last April trying to organize two car shows a month here in City Hall parking lot. Took us to July the 8th to get it approved, get the first show. We had 105 cars show up at the first show. Second show, we had about 80. Third show, we had 102. We went on through 8 shows, ending in October. We averaged close to 100 cars a show. We thought we could bring something positive to the city in the City Hall parking lot. I think public comment from feedback we got from there was a lot of people excited about it and excited that we got it started. We solicited donors to donate door prizes so we could attract people to come to the show. We gave away bottled water for free. If you want to make a donation, you could. We accumulated a little money. We wasn't in business to make any money. All we wanted to do was cruise old cars, have a good time. And we had a group meeting, decided we would try to donate the money to some community organization or something that would benefit our local community. After talking about it, we decided that we would donate 100% of the donations we had left over to Chief Don Bandy for the Shop with a Cop. We didn't have a whole lot of money left over, so we got together as a group and decided we would match 50% of that money to make the donation worthwhile. And so tonight we're donating $600 to Chief Bandy for Shop with a Cop for the kids this year. While you guys are looking at the photo that we're about to take, I'd like to thank Mayor Brown, the City Council, the Police Department for helping us clear the parking lot, Zach from Public Works for bringing the cones and the trash cans up to us, and anybody that attended our show. If you came, thank you for coming. If you didn't come, thanks for nothing. But you missed a good time. We play 60s music. We give away about 6 or 8 door prizes. We gave away 16 $25 gas cards. We gave away $25 Sonic cards. We've had a tremendous overwhelmed with donors wanting to donate stuff so that we can attract a lot of people. And come out and visit us. We start April of 2018. We'll do 2 shows a month. Come and see us. Thank you all.
Now I would like to ask Kim Baker from the Gallatin Chamber of Commerce and any other representatives that may be here for recognition for Small Business Saturday. Hello. All kinds of representatives up here. Huh? Well, we have the Browns and Mr. Tucker and Zena Parks and the Govans and Kim Baker. And this is the proclamation for Small Business Saturday. We do this each year. As you may recall, I believe this was started by American Express many years ago, and it was to promote the day after Black Friday as a big shopping day for local businesses. So we as a community know how important local business is, and we want to encourage all of our local residents to shop local on Small Business Saturday. I will add, before I present this proclamation, that this weekend is actually a fabulous opportunity also to support your local merchants, because this is the umpteenth annual, no, it's 46. I knew it was over 40 at this point. 25 businesses participating in the annual open house. This was started by Perkins Drugs 46 years ago, and now we have 25 businesses participating in what is now called Tinsel and Treasure's Holiday Open House, and that happens Saturday and Sunday at businesses all around Gallatin. You can get a full listing online through the Gallatin Chamber or actually at the Gallatin Chamber office. But I'm going to read this proclamation now and then present it. It says, whereas the City of Gallatin, Tennessee celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community, and according to the United States Small Business Administration, there are currently 28.8 million small businesses in the United States, representing 99.7% of all businesses, with employees in the United States generating 63% of net new jobs created over the past 20 years. And whereas small business employ over 48% of the working population in the United States, and whereas on average 33% of consumers' holiday shopping will be done at small, independently owned retailers and restaurants, and whereas 91% of consumers in the United States agree that it is important for people to support the small businesses that they value in their community, and whereas 76% of all consumers in the United States plan to go to one or more small businesses as part of their holiday shopping, and whereas the City of Gallatin supports our local businesses that provide jobs, boost our local economy, preserve our neighborhoods, create community character, and provide important amenities for our citizens, and whereas advocacy groups as well as public and private organizations across the country have endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday, now therefore I, Paige Brown, Mayor of the City of Gallatin, do hereby proclaim November 25th, 2017 as Small Business Saturday, and urge the residents of our community and communities across the country to support small businesses and merchants on Small Business Saturday and throughout the year. So it is my pleasure to present this to you all. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ann Lynn. I do have just a few more things under Mayor's comments this evening. I want to mention that tomorrow we are doing a groundbreaking for St. Thomas Health. That's located over on St. Blaise Road. On Thursday is Miss Susan Humacally's birthday, and she's smiling over that. This Friday is the Veterans Day program at Rucker Stewart Middle School. There's also a Veterans Day ceremony at Sumner Regional Medical Center, and Welch College is celebrating the opening of their gymnasium. On Saturday, of course, is Veterans Day, and there is a Veterans Day parade at 11 a.m. There's also a Veterans Day 5K at 7:30 in the morning, and as I just mentioned, the Tinsel and Treasure Holiday open houses are this weekend. I would encourage you to attend those. Also, for the council, you received an email or a phone call today about a meeting with GNRC prior to our strategic planning session next week. If you have a conflict with those proposed times, please let Angela know first thing in the morning. And I think that is all under Mayor's comments, and we will move on to the regular agenda. And the first item on the regular agenda is public hearing on ordinance number 01710-85, and Councilwoman Love is recognized for that.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance of the City of Gallatin rezoning a 2.89 plus or minus acre parcel from the A Agricultural Residential District to R15 Medium Density Residential District, located on the south side of East Broadway and west of Martin Lane, authorizing the revision to be indicated on the official zoning atlas, repealing conflicting ordinances, providing severability, and providing for an effective date. This is public recognition.
Okay, public hearing is now open. Anyone wishing to speak to it may come forward at this time. Okay, I see no one indicating they wish to speak, so I'll declare public hearing on ordinance number 01710-85 closed. Item number 2 is public hearing on ordinance number 01710-86, and Councilman Hayes.
Yeah, this is an ordinance of the City of Gallatin, Tennessee, rezoning a 5.67 acre portion of a parcel and 2.24 acre lot totaling 7.91 acres from the PNC Planned Neighborhood Commercial District to the MRO Multiple Residential and Office District, and approving preliminary master development plan for Villas on the Greens on 13.06 acres. This is a public hearing.
Okay, public hearing is now open. Anyone wishing to speak to this may come forward at this time. Seeing no one wishing to speak, I will declare public hearing on ordinance number 01710-86 closed. Item number 3 is public hearing on ordinance number 01710-87, and Councilwoman Love.
Thanks, Paige. This is an ordinance of the City of Gallatin rezoning an approximately 75 plus or minus acre parcel from PBP Planned Business Park and PGC Planned General Commercial Districts to the R15 Medium Density Residential Zoning District. From the Medium Density Residential District to the R20 Low Density Residential Zoning District, located south of Shagbark Lane and west of Roundtree Drive, authorizing the revision to be indicated on the official zoning atlas, repealing conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date. This is public hearing.
Okay, public hearing is now open. Anyone wishing to speak might come forward. And again, I see no one wishing to speak, so I'll say public hearing on ordinance number 01710-87 is closed. Item 4, second reading on ordinance number 01710-84, Councilman Alexander.
Thank you, Mayor. This is second reading of ordinance on 01710-84, orders appropriating $15,996.40 for Bluebeam software, and I so move.
Motion by Councilman Alexander, second by Councilman Fennell. Is there any discussion on this? This is second reading on ordinance number 01710-84. All in favor, please say aye. Opposed, please say no. Okay, so everyone's in favor. Is that correct? Okay, it passes unanimously. Item number 5 is second reading on ordinance number 01710-88. Councilman Camp.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance amending the Gallatin Municipal Code, Chapter 9, Fire Protection and Prevention, Article 5, Fireworks. We are amending it to permits are non-transferable. Permits are valid from June the 20th to July the 5th, December 10th to January the 2nd, The permit fee for retail permits will be $1,500. Fee for public and private display of using specialty display will be $150. There will be a $150 cleanup fee, no, $500 application cleanup fee. That's refundable if you clean up. The dates will be July the 1st through July the 4th, where the public can shoot them off from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. December 31st through January 1st from 10 a.m. to December 31st at 1 a.m. December 31st, 1 a.m. on January 1st. So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Camp, second by Vice Mayor Overton. Is there any discussion on this?
Let me ask this. The lady who came up and spoke mentioned that even though they're not in the city limits, they still are having to pay this fee. Is that correct?
Because they're in our planning region.
Even though, okay, so it's just outside the city limits, right? And in our legend. Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? This is second reading on ordinance number 01710-88. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. It does pass unanimously. Item number 6 is first reading on ordinance number 01711-90. Councilman Fennell.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance appropriating $100,000 for outsourcing certain electrical inspections. This is where we're trying to keep up with supply and demand. We got a lot of growth going on in Gallatin, and just trying to get it done quicker so that contractors can move about their business, and I so move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fennell, seconds all around by heard Vice Mayor Overton the loudest. Any discussion? Okay, this is first reading on ordinance number 01711-90. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay, passes unanimously. Item number 7 is resolution R1711-59. Vice Mayor Overton.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Troy Kemp to conduct electrical inspections for the special projects. I so move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Overton, second by Councilwoman Love. Is there any discussion? This is resolution R1711-59. All in favor, please say aye. Opposed, please say no. It does pass unanimously. Item 8 is resolution R1711-60, and Councilman Mayberry.
Thank you. This is a resolution to approve a National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance as a purchasing cooperative under the city's purchasing procedures. This cooperative is a leading national government purchasing cooperative working to reduce the cost of goods and services by leveraging the purchasing power of public agencies throughout the United States. Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilman Mayberry, second by Councilman Alexander. Is there any discussion? This is resolution R1711-60. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. It passes unanimously. That concludes this evening's regular agenda, and it brings us now to other business. If there's any other business to come before the council, I'd invite you to present it at this time.
Hey, just note from Angela Burnside right here, what time is that supposed to take place Tuesday, November 14th?
Whatever time yours would be 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was the item I referenced, that to let her know in the morning if that time will not work for you.
I understand.
Anyone else? All right, I see no other business, so that takes us to public recognition on non-agenda related items. This is the time of the meeting where people may come forward and address any item. It's not on the agenda. So now we'll open public recognition. Ask that you introduce yourself, give us your address, and you may come forward at this time. And everyone is sitting still. So I will close public recognition on non-agenda related items. And that will conclude our meeting if we have a proper motion. Motion by Vice Mayor Overton. Second by Councilwoman Love. All in favor, please say aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Everyone have a lovely evening. Drive safe going home. We look forward to seeing you again soon.